Hey my friends, it's your boy Banner and welcome to another episode of Try Bonsai. Now, this ain't gonna be no long thing because I'm just going through the motions and in an effort to make use of some struggling bits of material, what I am attempting to do is to put this candle tree root cutting onto this piece of coral rock. As you can see, I already started the process. I got it out of the soil. I tried to preserve as much of the roots as possible so that I would have stuff to work with. And this is where I am. I have these other two root cuttings, material that people may want to use or may not want to use because of how contorted they are and how unconventional they are. But I like to take these opportunities to try to make something of it. So this is what I'm doing now. I am taking these three root cuttings and I'm going to place them in and around this pot, around this coral rock and this other rock that has a similar kind of a texture. And let me see what happens. Yeah, all right. It's the next day, my friends. I had to abort the mission because I had something that I needed to attend to. But in doing that, there was a little bit of restructuring to how it would fit onto this rock. And there was an addition of another root cutting that you can see. So this root spirals around the head of the rock, like what's it called, boy? For whoever remembers the cartoon He-Man with Snake Mountain, so it spirals around like Snake Mountain and it comes down here, and it's a matter of placing these roots now and calling that judge. Apart from that, this other candle tree root cutting comes up here and it goes through a hole here. Now it may not necessarily be the most practical thing, but the intention is to make it look somewhat artistic. So I have a little bit of placement to do and I don't want this sticking straight out. So what I may do, I may cut back to this point, or I may just use a little bit of wire just to straighten it up just a tad. Yeah, so this is where I am so far. So I'm going to continue placing, and when we come back you're going to see what is happening. But just before I go, so I made use of a hole here, so I kind of pass this through here to help one hold the hold down the thing, the tree or the root, but apart from that, to look a little bit more on the realistic side. As I said, I'm trying to do a little thing, a little artistic thing, but to make it make sense at the same time too. So let me disco. Experiment. So what did I do? This is cling wrap. This is, it used to be called twine, but they started making it out of plastic, so I'm not sure what you call it anymore. But I basically exposed a lot of root. I put some cling wrap around it with a little bit of sphagnum moss on the inside of the cling wrap at some points. And I basically fastened two trees to the rock, and this one tree that was not fitting, I put it on the side here. Now, the rationale behind the experiment, I probably said it before, is to try to reduce the amount of clutter that I have happening here and make use of some bits of material. Now, the bits of material may not necessarily be to the liking of everyone, but it gave me an opportunity to try something and to experiment. Try, you know. And what I'm going to do is to leave this, let this rest for quite a while. You know, water it, keep it in a humid spot so that the roots could potentially take off, and all 3 trees could survive this. And once they do, then I could eventually start working on a style or styling the branches and whatnot. But as it stands right now, I okay with this. Everybody is fastened nicely in their spaces with the aid of a little bit of wire and cling wrap and twine, and yeah. So this is what I have happening here today. Alright. So my friends, thank you so very, very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the likes that I've gotten so far. I am now up to 600 subscribers. Woo! Action. Anyways, the premise of the thing is, you know, to try it. Try it. You never know what may happen in the future, because this is not set in stone now. For all I know, this experiment could work out. It may not work out. But it's not that I didn't try something. Yeah? So, don't let people stop you from trying new things. And, you know, you have a little idea in your head. You see a piece of material and you see, hey, you know what? I could try this with it. Go ahead. Go for it. You never to know. Alright? Anyways, my friends, thank you so very, very much for watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Right? The likes help the algorithm. The subscriptions help. You know, the comments help a lot, and it motivates. Yeah? So, thank you very much for doing those things for me. And always remember that our climate is our responsibility. We have an opportunity to change it for the better. If not for ourselves, as I show you the bush that I'm about to tame, we do it for the future generations. Right? Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Treat people, my friends, how you want to be treated. Okay? I will see you soon. Take care.